I'm here with my guy, Shinobu Sadi, right?
Yeah,
yes, God damn it.
You got it right. You got it right.
Bro,
you got it right.
All right, where does that name originate from? Like,
So,
where are you from?
If I'm being honest with you, I was high.
I
was
okay.
high when I came up with the name. I like anime, and I was watching like the Wu-Tang series.
Okay.
And I saw how they got their name off of the Kung Fu flicks they watched.
Oh, so that's what it was.
So I got my
Wait,
name.
so everybody in Wu-Tang got their name off of like Kung Fu movies?
They got the name Wu-Tang off of Kung Fu flick.
Okay.
I got my name off of anime.
So that's like an anime character?
He was like a villain in an anime called Yu Yu Hakusho, if you're familiar with it.
Hey, there you go to all my anime people.
For your anime people.
I tried to get into anime, bro, but I don't have the attention span.
See, alright, boom, right? I love meeting people like you.
Okay,
I
good.
can convince you.
All right.
So it's based on what you watch normally. I would recommend it based on what you watch normally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, I like horror movies and shit. If they got like shit like that.
Okay, all right, bet. What I would recommend to you, since you like horror,
like it gotta be something that's gonna hook me to anime. Like introduce me to something, huh?
Death Note.
Is that like that dude that's like mad big and like he's got ghosts or something?
Nope.
What is that?
So Death Note is basically about a guy called Light. He finds like a Death Note book, and it's from a Shinigami. They're like Japanese Grim Reapers.
Oh shit.
And this one Shinigami, he's bored in his realm. Because all he does is just write down who's got to die next.
Oh, so he doesn't do the killing?
Yeah, he doesn't do the killing. He just writes down and they die. And he gets bored doing this thing. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to drop my book in the real world. So he drops it in the real world. And like basically Light Yagami, like an honor roll student, he finds the book and he picks it up. And once you pick up the book, you can see the Shinigami.
You see, that's why I love to get introduced to things, because that sounds fire.
That's why
I'm a director, so it's like, that sounds like some shit that I would write.
You'll fuck with it. You'll fuck with it.
Okay, so what is it called? Death Note?
Death Note.
All right, I got to check it out.
You'll fuck with it.
So where are you originally from? Are you from out here in New York?
Yeah. So I'm from the Bronx, New York, White Plains, Uptown to be exact.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Yeah.
I thought you were from Brooklyn for some reason.
You thought I was from Brooklyn?
Yeah, and the guys that I was shooting with earlier, and they had mentioned your name, and I was like, I feel like it's happened multiple times where I shoot with people and they're like, oh yeah, they know you. And I'm like, oh shit.
I appreciate it.
And I was like, oh yeah, I'm shooting with a guy, his name is Sadi, and I think he's from Brooklyn. And they were like, he stood quiet for a second and he was like, nah, he's from the Bronx. I went to school with him. What the fuck? That's cool. Yeah. So born and raised in the Bronx.
Yeah, born in Manhattan and raised in the Bronx.
Okay, cool. That's dope. And what's your ethnicity though? Like, where your family from?
So I'm Congolese, first generation Congolese.
Okay.
My parents are from the Congo.
Nice.
They migrated from Africa to here in the 90s and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Dope. Yeah, that's kind of like my family. Yeah, because I was born in '88. So I'm first generation born in America from Colombia. So So like, we got lucky that we were born here. Ice is wildin'.
Yeah, Ice is wildin', bro. Ice is wildin'. Some girl told me like, yo, Ice is wildin'. I'm like, I was born here.
I'm like, listen, I feel bad. Don't get me wrong.
I feel bad,
but it's like, yo. They wildin'.
You know
what I'm saying? So y'all gotta take care, man, because don't drive your cars around, because you get pulled over and you leave us
man, and it's crazy that people voted for this man back in the office, but
I mean, yo, bro, and it's kind of crazy because literally, like all the Europeans are here illegally too. If you think about it,
yes, the
this
Albanians,
is not their land. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody. If anything, the Mexican people are more Inca and natural natives than everybody else. Yeah, so y'all kicking out people that are more from here than they are.
And then plus, the Mexicans are going to do the work that most people are not going to want to do.
Right. So you're kicking out the working man. So it's kind of crazy. I get, kicking out the fucking criminals and shit, but but regular people is wild, dog. Like,
regular people is crazy. Like, hard-working people is crazy.
Yeah. So how was like growing up in the Bronx? Like, what was like your influences? Like, what got you into like the music? Was there something from the jump or that you liked?
Growing up in the Bronx, I mean, the Bronx, it has a reputation, being one of the roughest boroughs.
The nastiest borough.
Yeah, the nastiest. I could agree to being the roughest borough. The nastiest, I'm like, every hood got a nasty.
Yeah. It is the roughest borough.
The roughest borough, in fact, yes, it is.
I feel like it's the only borough that hasn't evolved. I feel like it's always what it is and it hasn't changed, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I agree with you because I don't know how gentrification is gonna work in the Bronx. They got like certain areas.
They're trying.
They got certain areas, but the real areas, what made the Bronx known for being the Bronx, that's gonna take a while.
Like my daughter lives over there by Highbridge.
Oh, she live by Highbridge?
That shit don't change.
Yeah, Highbridge don't change. I was in Highbridge the other day with my homies, literally chilling outside.
That shit
the boys came up and they was watching this from like jump.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, Highbridge ain't gonna change.
Yeah. So growing up, was it like rough? Like, you grew up in the 90s?
I grew up on White Plains. So White Plains was rough in the sense, like once I got into like middle school and high school. Middle school really prepared me for high school, if I'm being honest. Because in middle school, it's like, and at the same time too, I was coming out of Catholic school. So I didn't know.
That's crazy.
I didn't know. So I'm going from Catholic school to public school.
That's a big change.
That's a big change.
That happened to me too.
That's a big change.
It's crazy.
So I'm just lucky that I was a familiar face. Because usually I would run into something, but like, oh, yo, I know Sadi. Yeah.
Like,
that used to save me a lot. And the fact that you mentioned that somebody remembered me, I'm like, yo, like that happens, bro. That happens, bro.
That happened with me too, because I was in Catholic school till the 3rd grade. So then my parents ended up splitting. So then my mom couldn't afford to keep me in private school. So I went to public. In public, that was an eye opener, bro. That was night and day, bro.
Same thing,
so
bro.
I feel you on that.
Bro,
you have to adapt quick.
Exactly, because in Catholic, you feel like you in one of them white TV shows.
Yeah, you feel protected for
you in the white TV shows that you feel like, you know, the sitcoms.
100%.
When you're in public, you're like, oh, this the hood.
You feel like like you're free, like you're in a jail almost.
Yeah, bro.
School feels like jail.
Word, bro. Like literally bars on the windows and shit. I didn't see that in Catholic school.
No, 100%.
So it was definitely like really an eye opener and stuff like that. I got into music. I was always like writing out songs and stuff like that. Poetry was my thing first.
Oh, dope.
Before I got into the studio.
Okay.
Like I kind of got in the studio late, like my first year of college.
Oh, really? Okay.
My first year of college, I got into the studio.
And what made you like actually go in and record something? Like your homies were like, yo, just fucking go to the studio or?
So boom, right? So one of my somebody I met in college, Ray, he had like a friend who had like a studio.
Yeah.
And that's where I started like booking my sessions and getting into the studio. And when you get in the studio, you know, I gotta build that like relationship to audio. You know what I'm saying? Like being in front of the mic.
Like actually hearing yourself
hearing myself, like hearing what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, what am I nitpicky about. So I was like working out those kinks in the early stages.
Of course.
So yeah, that's how pretty much I started like basically like starting into music. But originally I would do like poetry and like open mics.
And when you got into like writing music, were you like right away you knew how to do it, or you didn't know how to structure a song, like the hook, the 16 bars, another hook, a bridge, or were you just like all over the place?
So the thing that benefited me in knowing strong structure was like my mentor. I had like an acting mentor because at the time I was doing acting. That was kind of the thing that kind of like saved my life, I'm gonna be honest with you, so, like 100%. I had a mentor, Miss Lola Louise. She passed away a while back. She kind of made us sing. So I was like familiar with like song structure, like verse, hook, verse, or hook, verse, like it depending on like how the songwriter wrote it. So I was familiar with that structure. Yeah. Because she made us sing. I came for acting, but she was like, no, you're gonna do all three. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see how that works. But yeah. So she kind of like, you know, having like a strong black woman to like influence me, like really impacted my life.
That's dope. That's dope. And so since you started doing music, how many years is this now? So from when you started?
So I started, honestly, it's like 8-9 years.
So 8-9 years. So in that amount of time, have you put out like full projects, or are you just putting out singles?
Yes. So so my old projects, I'm just gonna put it out there. You know, most artists don't like hearing their old stuff.
No, you got to.
Because they grown.
But it made
so
you.
Much, but it made you.
You have
like,
to show the evolution.
Yeah, I'm learning.
My first music video was ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck
out of here. Like my shit was bad, but I fell in love with the process.
The process,
and you learn from your mistakes. So same with music.
So like my first projects on Apple and all platforms. The debut, and then my second one, Before the Storm. The debut is like half rapping and like you got singing on the
dope.
half.
Okay.
And like Before the Storm is just me straight rapping.
Okay.
But right now I'm working on a project. I'm hoping to drop it this summer. The Hood Savant.
Okay. So what are we expecting on there?
Hood Savant, basically the same thing with the debut, like half rapping and half singing.
Because like experimenting with different sounds.
Yeah, you know, like because some people lean towards more melodic than rap, but some
nowadays, absolutely.
And some people lean more to rap than melodic. But melodic holds more because melodic gets stuck in your head.
That's what I'm saying. So what are you trying to like aim for, like your audience? Do you want the people that like the rapidy rap stuff, or do you like the melodic guys, like the younger crowd?
Honestly, I want to like have an audience that like understands my sound and they like transcribe to my sound, because like I go off based on what I listen. I don't listen, like I love rap. I like boom bap rap. I listen to the 90s stuff, but I listen to a variety of music. Like I can't listen to the same genre for too long.
Yeah, I'm just
like even with writing, I can't write in the same pocket for too long.
Okay.
I like to give myself a break, and when I come back, it's still fresh and it's new.
Yeah, I saw you did that with the song we recorded today. Yeah. You started switching it up and rapping fast, and like that was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope. But that's good that you have that ear for what sounds good on the record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Appreciative of that.
Yeah, not for sure. And now as far as like acting, so like I've been watching you from afar, and you really into acting. Oh yeah. Like, have you been in like shows or movies and shit like that?
Yeah. So I'm right now. I'm like figuring out the acting realm because it's a whole lot of politicking and just knowing the right people around you and stuff like that to put you in the right form. Usually when I started out like when I got out of school, I started creating my own content because we had the ability to do that. And when I started doing that, I created my own acting reel, which made like auditioning a lot easier because they see me act versus me applying with like a photo and like a resume. You know what I'm saying?
And you can use like the school's like equipment and shit or no? So did you go to school for this?
Boom, right? So all right, let me break it down my school process. So again, my mentor, Miss Lola Louis, introduced me to acting. Okay. I was always interested in the form, and my sister put me onto it. And so when I got it starting out there, we were doing like a whole lot of theatrical acting. Yeah. On stage, acting, Broadway, ballet and tap, Those classes were hilarious because being two men, like it was me and some other dude in ballet class was hilarious. That's a whole other topic for another day.
Listen, man, I heard Tupac was in some shit like that too. Like,
Tupac was definitely in shit like that.
Was into, like,
Tupac was in shit like that.
Yeah, so listen, I'm not hating it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I see it as this. Like acting is like, it's a big umbrella. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things like that go involved. Exactly. It's like hip hop. Hip hop, you had the breakdancing, you had the graffiti artists, and that was all in one thing. That these people knew how to do it all. So that's in that same element.
So so I started. Then when I like was leaving Truman High School because I graduated from Truman. Okay. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated. Because honestly, it was either like go to or like have a regular job or I ain't gonna lie, nigga might end up in jail. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you because I was like a runaway when I was a kid. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. So basically it took like one of my friends almost getting shot for me to be like, yo, let me give acting a try. Let me see. And she was telling me like, yo, you can audition for acting schools. Okay. And stuff like that. And so I auditioned for acting schools. The first 3 ones rejected me.
So what'd you do? You went with like a photo of yourself or some shit? Or?
All right, so most acting auditions for people who want to get into acting, you apply, you send them like an essay about your background and stuff like that.
But do you apply for a specific role or is it just different?
You apply for a program. So it's a program. A program and different schools have different programs with deadlines and they train you into getting into the professional field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that way cool. Yeah, so that way you have like an alma mater that you come out of. You know what I'm saying?
So it looks better than a random person.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you do better than a random person just jumping into acting.
Right.
So I did that route. My mentor prepared me for auditions, stuff like that. Now the issue was I had to code switch because I'm in front of white people. Like, because the interview, the interview process, talking to people, and then I do the acting. That's where it came hard because I would meet people that would like immediately write me off. Be like, oh, so you from the Bronx. Yeah, literally, bro. I swear to God, the first 2 auditions I had, oh, so you're from the Bronx. Like, and there's 2 white people, so I'm not gonna lie to you. The third school, they didn't give me that vibe, but the first 2, they gave me that vibe.
What?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yo, funny story. So I was actually gonna be an actor once, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to be an actor, and this was like years ago, bro. And I got called to be in this movie. It was like a horror movie, right? And they were looking for like a Latino dude or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm with it. So I went. I had the whole fucking folder with my picture on it, and I went. It was in the city. So I get to the spot, and there's like a couple other people that are auditioning. So I'm like, damn, I thought it was just me they wanted, but it was like 10 other motherfuckers there. I'm like,
that's
damn. So I get there, I'm sitting down, and then funny story is I get a call from some girl, and she lived in Connecticut, and she was like, yo, come over. I walked away.
You walked away?
I got on the train and went to Connecticut, bro. I missed my
I ain't gonna lie to you, I get it. Cause you saw mad other motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you're like,
and I was young and I was and this girl was bad. And at the time,
I ain't gonna lie to you. You're like,
yeah,
I can always come back to this. this,
Bro,
I don't know.
But what if? I always think like, what if? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what if I would have got the role?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I can't live like that. But I'm glad that everything happens for a reason, because then I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So you're still in that realm. That's the funny part.
Yeah, and I never wanted to be a video director or anything like that. It kind of fell on my lap. Yeah.
Oh.
I went to school for I graduated high school, and then I wanted to go to school for music production because I was really into that.
Yeah.
But then I had my daughter right away, like fresh out of high school. So then I had to work. So I was starting to work with my dad, and I was with him for like 11 years.
Yeah.
And then in the process of working with him, I bought a camera, and for like my personal use though.
For personal use,
yeah.
I get it.
And then I got really good at it. You know what I'm saying? And I became like a photographer at first. And then I shot my first music video, and I never looked back, bro.
Hey, listen, like the work is showing, man.
Thank
like
you.
One thing I want to give you your props, man. Highlights. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're the only videographer where I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna send that full price.
I appreciate
because of the fact that I know I'm gonna get that shit back.
Yeah.
Most videographers,
they're iffy.
They're in it for the bag.
See, nah,
you're in it for the
think
bag.
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess when you're young and when you're starting, I guess you get that. But I have a business. It's an LLC. You know what I'm saying? And I feed my family with this.
Exactly.
And I've been doing this for 13 years now. Like I had my business, and I've never had a bad experience with an artist. Ever.
Man, when you gave me my video for Criminal, and I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, I'm probably gonna expect it by the end of the week or whatever and stuff like that, or like next month. I'm sitting down, a week passed by, I'm here, I see a text. I'm like, oh yeah, what's good, High Life? Then I see the Google Drive sent to me. I'm like, oh shit, he done with the vid already? Shit.
Yeah, I'm a machine, bro.
Yo, machine.
And here's the thing is that since I come out here to New York and I shoot for a week straight, I'm shooting like 2-3 music videos a day. So when I go back home to Florida, I have so much to edit. So I'm like locked in front of a screen for hours, bro. But I get my shit done, man. You know what I'm saying? I get my shit done, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your life, and this is what you love, and it shows.
Yeah.
When you really love something, it shows in how you work on it.
Yeah. And you've always been mad professional, and I've always told
you know
everybody,
what I'm
like,
saying?
whenever you ready, you always like, yeah, here it is. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
bro. Anytime I hit you, I'm like, I'm gonna give High Life my best, because I know I'm getting my best from
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. And I appreciate artists like that. Because don't get me wrong, I deal with a lot of people, a lot of different artists, a lot of different personalities. And I get it's like, you know, you get your handful of professional people, and then you get your handful of shit people that don't know how to conduct business. And you know what I'm saying? So, I've learned to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, like, at the end of the day, some people, like, they see this from, like, a screen. Like, they see, like, their favorite artist doing something, and like, oh, I want to be that. But they don't know, like, all right, there's a professionalism to it, and there's also a dedication. You're going to take some else.
You're going to take some else.
But that's God just testing you how bad you want it.
And if you're independent, you got to invest a lot as an independent artist.
You got to invest a lot.
Which is why I always understand, I always like to help the artist, because I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? I know you got, most artists are still working to get to that point where they don't have to work their regular job no more. So I always look out for people. Like if they're like, damn, I don't have that much, but can you help me out? I'll work with what the artist has. You know
you always give that vibe, bro. You always give that vibe, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
You always give that vibe, bro.
So right now, currently, are you working on a project or?
Yeah, the Hood Savant, man.
Okay, so when are we expecting that?
So my goal to drop the Hood Savant is somewhere in August.
Oh, so it's gonna come out soon.
Yeah, August. Yeah.
So you got a lot of pretty much 90%.
Yeah, because when I'm acting, I like rapping gets put on the back burner, but it's not really put on the back burner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like in between you're learning my lines, or if I'm doing my classes, I'm still writing music in between. So I got like a bunch of music in my notes. And so it's just like, all right, boom, 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 boom. This is going to be the project. You know, boom, 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 boom. This is going to be the next project. So that's basically how I like to work.
Okay.
My process, basically.
And you're putting out visuals for this project? Like,
oh, yeah.
So we got one already.
Yeah, we got one already. we got one already. And the next one, cooking. Like, I got to, you know, cook a little synopsis. I like to do a variety. Yeah. So, like, if I do rap for one vid, the next one got to be some R&B shit. Yeah, got to be for the girls and shit like that. Yeah. So next one
definitely. I got to hear the project. So whenever that drops,
the next one, because we gonna be back for another one.
Okay, absolutely.
The time the project gonna be dropping, we can discuss it and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. And then acting right now. So are you working? Are you acting in something that's gonna come out?
Yeah.
soon?
So right now I got like I've been in the back. I just finished doing like an off Broadway show.
Okay.
The works that is basically called Odds, and basically it's a festival with a variety of works from things written by inmates. So all these scenes that we're doing are like written by inmates. My scene was specifically called Odds.
Okay.
And it was me and like 2 other actors, and basically we gamble in our cell, and one of the actors, he keeps track of everything. Okay. And in the end, he basically gives the book to one of us. He like, yo, I'm gonna go to the yard, and you find out that he's gonna kill himself, basically. And that's what it is. Oh shit. Yeah, so it's some real shit. It's like a bit, yeah. All these scenes are written by inmates. So that was my,
crazy.
It's
yo, I never thought of that. Yeah. Inmates probably have the craziest like ideas, bro.
Yeah, it was a crazy show, man.
I want to interview an inmate, bro. Like I want to try to find a way that I can do that. Because even like a serial killer, bro, because their minds,
serial killer,
bro, their minds.
You need security for that shit.
100%, like shackle that man.
Because he gonna look at you like I ain't killed nobody in a minute.
No, for real. He
gonna look at you like I need to see if I still got it.
Bro, chains and everything on them.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But like their minds are just like it's very interesting. Like don't get me wrong, it's crazy what they do. Yeah. But there's a reason why.
I get what you mean. I watched Dexter. I get what you mean.
Okay. I
watched Dexter.
So I find them like very, because they're not dumb.
They're not.
People are not dumb.
No.
So I got to make that happen.
It's a psychological thing. When you like 100%. Into psychology, you're like it's interesting 100%. Just to see that frame of like that mindset.
Yeah. Nah, 100%.
So I understand what you mean. Yeah,
man. I appreciate it, coming by and definitely tapping in when I came into town.
Yeah, man, of course. I got to hit highlights.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for people to see the music video.
That's a fact, man. Yo, I'm back, man. Return
Sadi's
freestyle.
Back.
I'm back.
Wait, what did you say in the beginning of that song? Something on the end of the song?
Nigga, you gonna have me on
repeat. My brother, thank you. Appreciate you, man. I'm excited for everything you got going on. Let people know where they can find you and all that.
Yo, you can find me on my IG, Bad Boy Heavy. @badboy_heavy, my IG, and then Shinobu Sadi on YouTube, SHNIOBU, and then Sadi SADI.
And you're on Apple Music and all that good stuff.
All platforms. You find me on my gram, you see everything in my link.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
All right, and cut. Let's get it.